Yes, he was good.
He was good. And we've talked about Chris O'Dowd's performance.
He was good, but in such a bad, terrible way.
He was an arsehole, yes.
He did such a good job of being an arsehole.
I loved it when he was at the very end there and he was putting his foot up on the stool and drinking his water, inside the room with the girl.
In Julie's room.
Yes, and it was just you just wanted to smack him in the head, didn't you?
Yeah. It was just the little things, like even the middle finger on the car where the other girls can't see it, but Bruce can.
Exactly. No, he was very good. What's the girl's name?
Julie.
Has she been in anything else?
Rashida Jones. Yeah, she was in Tag. She's in Park and Rex.
Tag? Who was she in Tag?
She was like the girl that both the guys were interested in.
Oh, I can't remember that far back. No, I know it's about 20 episodes ago. It was about 20 episodes ago. It was half a year ago when we watched Tag. I can't be expected
to remember that.
No, I can't remember last week.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
No, she's been in lots of films. She's in Park and Rex as well. So
who?
It's a TV series. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's why I don't know it. Yes, I don't watch TV. I'm so good with popular culture, aren't I?
Oh wow. Okay, it doesn't matter. But yeah, no, I just thought it's a nice, tidy little package. I think the music is awesome. And really, good music always makes a film for me. So,
yep.
Yeah, no, I was pretty happy with it.
Okay. Well,
I love the fact that as they're having the dance off on top of the roof in the car park.
Yep.
And they've had to back up because of the car coming. Simon Pegg's driving that way.
Yes, it was just. At least he showed up for it. It was good. It was just a nice little in gag. Okay, so what would you give this?
I reckon an 8.
You give it an 8.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it the second watch.
So therefore, because you enjoyed it, you decided that it was worth an 8.
Yes, that's how I do it. If I like it, I give it a high rating. If I don't like it, I give it a low rating.
Okay, well, I would give it a 5.5.
How come?
Okay, first of all, the production values aren't great. They're okay. They're a pass. They're just a pass. Second of all, there was only, in my opinion, 2 good performances in it, which was the protagonist and the villain, Chris O'Dowd and
Nick Frost.
Nick Frost, thank you. I just had you could see I was having a little mind fart. And everybody else is pretty ho-hum. Nobody else really jumped out at the screen.
What about his sister?
Oh, yes. No, she was quite good. But she was playing a very, what's the word? A subdued character for who she is. She can pull off something a lot more off the top than what she was playing. I just felt it was very subdued.
Well, she wasn't supposed to be detracting from that.
Well, she can do so much more.
Rightio.
Well, it did jump out. It was fine. She was there. She was doing a job and, pass.
Okay.
As for enjoying it, I enjoyed it. That's fine. The fact that it didn't really grab me as hard the second time through would indicate comedically that it's not as strong as I initially thought.
Okay. So, Cuban Fury, 5.5 stars from Paul and 8 stars from me.
That's correct.
So, Paul.
Yes.
Your magic movie moment for this week.
Well, thank you, Pip. My magical movie moment is going to be a natural run into our second movie, which is...
Lord of War.
The Lord of War, yes. So, I enjoyed The Lord of War quite a lot this week, and I have to... This is one of my top 3 favourites.
Is it?
It's right up there.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
No, well, I don't admit it easily to people because it's such a dark film. But yeah, it's well and truly up there. I watch it probably every 6 months or so.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that surprise you?
A little bit.
Well, it's a deeply, deeply cynical film.
Yeah. Anyway, so which magic movie moment did you pick out of Lord of War?
Well, for my money, I picked. I just took a few bits and pieces of speeches, like a few quotable quotes, and then I tacked into it and I put in the very end scene where he's talking to the inspector.
Oh, Jack.
Yes, so I put a few other quotes just to get, if nothing else, just to get people's, if they haven't seen it before, it'll give you bit of an idea of what the film's about, sort of thing. And, you know, and I think Nicolas Cage, absolutely, this is pure gold for Nicolas Cage. So here we go. Enjoy, people. I hope you do anyway.
There are over 550 million firearms in worldwide circulation. That's one firearm for every 12 people on the planet. The only question is, how do we arm the other 11? Of all the weapons in the vast Soviet arsenal, nothing was more profitable than Automat Kalashnikova, model of 1947, more commonly known as the AK-47 or Kalashnikov. It's the world's most popular assault rifle, a weapon all fighters love. An elegantly simple 9-pound amalgamation of forged steel and plywood. It doesn't break, jam, or overheat. It will shoot whether it's covered in mud or filled with sand. It's so easy, even a child can use it, and they do. The Soviets put the gun on a coin. Mozambique put it on their flag. Since the end of the Cold War, the Kalashnikov has become the Russian people's greatest export. After that comes vodka, caviar, and suicidal novelists. One thing's for sure, no one was lining up to buy their cars.
I'm my Kalashnikov kids, my boy brigades. I can see what you are thinking, but we need every man we can get.
Even if they're not men?
A bullet from a 14-year-old is just as effective as one from a 40-year-old. Often more effective. No one can stop this bath of blood.
It's not bath of blood, it's bloodbath.
Thank you. But I prefer it my way. You know, they call me the Lord of War. But perhaps it is you.
It's not Lord of War, it's Warlord.
Thank you, but I prefer it my way.
There are only two tragedies in life. One is not getting what you want. The other is getting it.
Is this one of yours?
Jack Valentine finally had what he wanted.
Curiously, the death certificate says he died of heart failure.
Falsifying a death certificate? It's not gonna hold me.
You're right. As usual, you are right. Have you seen today's paper? Huh? Fake end-user certificates, cut-out companies meticulously cataloged. There is hardly a warlord, dictator, or despot anywhere in the world that you're not on a first-name basis with. It was your wife, your trophy wife, that led us to the prize. It's not her fault. She's just easier to follow than you are.
Yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Enjoy it.
What?
This. Tell me I'm everything you despise. That I'm the personification of evil. That I'm what? Responsible for the breakdown of the fabric of society and world order. I'm a one-man genocide. Say everything you want to say to me now. Because you don't have long.
Are you paying attention? Or are you delusional? You have broken every arms embargo written. There is enough evidence here to put you away for consecutive life sentences. You are going to spend the next 10 years of your life going from a cell to a courtroom before you even start serving your time. I don't think you fully appreciate the seriousness of your situation.
My family has disowned me. My wife and son have left me.
brother's dead. Trust me, I fully appreciate the seriousness of my situation. But I promise you, I won't spend a single second in a courtroom.
You are delusional.
I like you, Jack. Well, maybe not, but I understand you. Let me tell you what's going to happen. And this way you can prepare yourself.
Okay.
Soon there's going to be a knock on that door and you will be called outside. In the hall, there will be a man who outranks you. First, he'll compliment you on the fine job you've done, that you're making the world a safer place, that you're to receive a commendation and a promotion. And then he's going to tell you that I am to be released. You're going to protest. You'll probably threaten to resign. But in the end, I will be released. The reason I'll be released is the same reason you think I'll be convicted. I do rub shoulders with some of the most vile, sadistic men calling themselves leaders today. But some of those men are the enemies of your enemies. And while the biggest arms dealer in the world is your boss, the President of the United States, who ships more merchandise in a day than I do in a year, sometimes it's embarrassing to have his fingerprints on the guns. Sometimes he needs a freelancer like me to supply forces he can't be seen supplying. So, you call me evil, but unfortunately for you, I'm a necessary evil.
I would tell you to go to hell. But I think you're already there.
You know who's going to inherit the earth? Arms dealers. Because everyone else is too busy killing each other. That's the secret to survival. Never go to war. Especially with yourself.
Well, what do you think of that, Pip?
Wow, that was deep. I love some of the lines, though. Like, I may be evil, but I'm a necessary evil.
It's a good line. I mean, that's why I went with this film tonight, because it just reminded me how many good lines there are in it. And, like, when I put this together today quickly, it took me like 5 minutes, because it's just, it's just filled chock full of great lines that I just had to leave out. So before we even start on the film, I'm going to say, go watch it, guys. It's great.
The other one I really liked was 1 in 12. That's as many guns as 1 in 12 people. We've just got to ask ourselves, how do we arm the other 11?
Yes, I know. It's such a dark, cynical film. Pip, what did you think of the film?
It reminded me a lot of Nightcrawler.
It did, didn't it? Particularly the ending, yes.
As in, he's just got that such disconnected business, this is only business sort of mind.
Yeah.
Not as hardcore as Nightcrawler.
No.
But still pretty hardcore.
Yes. It's when a psychopath can, get set up in business, it's a terrifying thing.
I mean, because he still wasn't safe. There were parts in it where he's like, oh, no, I might get shot here, or I'm being forced to do this here. I'm not in complete control. Where in Nightcrawler, I think there was only one point where he wasn't in control and he quickly rectified that. So in this film, he's a bit more real because, things do happen, but then not so real because he's quite happy to go and do all this stuff.
Do you know what we've done tonight? We've just kicked off without even doing a synopsis.
Oh, wow.
So in order for people to even know what the hell we're even talking about...
That's what you get when you use it as a magic movie moment.
Yes, we can blame me. It's fine. Okay, Pip...
Is it really worth it now? Is it really worth it?
I think it is. Would you like to give me a synopsis, please?